the market. Okay. Without further ado, Sierra, can you tell the people who you are and what you do?
Absolutely. Good morning, everyone. My name is Sierra Taylor. I'm a real estate professional here in Southern California. I work alongside Anthony, Bruno, Ian, Anthony R, Emily, and a lot of the other moderators that you see on our stage. Typically, I know they'll trickle in after a while. I am also a board member for multiple nonprofits. I am also a veteran, a real estate investor. I am also an accountant and a mom, of course. I look forward to hearing what we will be talking about during this town hall for the professionals. It's always good for professionals to come together and whether it's role play or, just kind of chat about what we see happening in the market, whatever it is, I think it's always good for professionals to collaborate because that's where making big deals happens. I'll end there.
Bingo, man. And here's the deal, guys. You guys can hear me pretty good or what? Do I sound good or what? Do I sound? Do I?
Yeah, you're good. You sound nice and clear.
All right, outstanding. Now, for those of you who are in the listening lounge, here's what I'm going to ask you to do. We have a lot of people with red tickets by their name. I'm going to ask each and every single person that's in the listening lounge to hit the clipboard down at the bottom next to the microphone, and I want you to raise your hand and come on stage. I'm inviting everyone. Moderators, help invite everybody to the stage. Listen, we want to blow the space up because nobody's doing Realtor MLO town halls right now on Clubhouse. Okay, this is our third one, I believe, that we've done it. So we want to know, like, what you guys are facing, man. What's going on in your market that you like to share? And then also, it's also an opportunity for you guys to market with people who are realtors, who are real estate investors, who are looking to grow their business. Because guess what? We want to grow with you, and we're going to talk to you guys how we were able to land this deal with Grant and Elena Cardone also, and how you guys could be a part of it, called 10X Vets. All my stuff is working today, man. We rocking and rolling on the ones and twos. And for those of you who want to see my face, you'll be able to see my setup. I'm actually live on Facebook, okay? And then we've been working through this. And then I want to tell you guys, every last one of you have the opportunity to get loud in your business, okay? This is something that a lot of real estate professionals don't understand. The more people who know who you are, the easier it is to get more business. You cannot expect to get more business if you're not getting loud in your industry. Then the second thing is that in order for you to make a lot of money in this business, you got to help as many people as you can. Okay, helping more people, getting loud in your business, and I'm gonna go over to Emily because Emily is here, and I see Anthony Renew is here. You have to get louder in your business. I don't care what anybody tells you. You're not gonna make money if nobody knows you. Okay. You got to get known. Okay. So if you want to make more money, get more known, help more people, blow your business out of the water, I want you to raise your hand and get on stage right now. Okay. And what that's going to give you, we're going to give everybody an opportunity to speak in the space. We're not talking about brands or anything like that. We don't care about, you're with XEP, ABCDEFG, Remax, Liberty, all of that. We don't care. What we care about is that you're a real estate professional and you're here to network and build with people who are going to help you expand your business bigger than what you ever thought that you can imagine. Okay. So put a fire emoji in the chat if y'all are ready to cook right now, because I'm on fire, man. I'm feeling good. I wasn't feeling good yesterday. I felt a little sick. So what I did is I said nobody cares about your feelings. You got to win, Jack. Okay, so y'all can either lose or y'all can win in real estate in the Winning Real Estate House. So come on, raise your hand, get on stage, and then I'm going to pass the mic over to Emily. Let the people know who you are and what you do. And Emily, the first question that I'm going to ask is, what are you seeing? Emily's a MLO. She's a loan officer. Okay, so we want to hear what we want to hear from your perspective. What has been your biggest challenge right now in this market?
Okay, hi everybody. My name is Emily. I'm a mortgage loan officer. I work alongside with these great leaders here in San Diego. I myself is a real estate investor and I served in the Navy for 8 years. And some of the troubles that I've seen in the market today is definitely the rates. I mean, the rates are not in favorable terms, and it's shying a lot of people away from taking a step forward into investing or home ownership.
Oh, that's a good one, man. That's a really good one. So interest rates, okay. So let's park right there. So interest rates, okay. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe interest rates are a problem. Put a 2 in the chat. If you believe that. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe interest rates are high. Put a 2 in the chat if you believe they're not high. Okay, let's see here. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe they're high. Put a 2 in the chat if you believe they're not high. Okay, all right. So we got some 1s and 2s. Okay, all right. Okay, so also we got a new member to our house. Okay, so we have, guess what, guys? So all right, so let me tell you about, and I'm gonna let her tell the story. So Hannah is one of our new real estate professionals. Oh, Giuseppe, man, how you gonna slide in here, man? Giuseppe done slid up in here, man, without letting itself be known. What's up, Giuseppe? How are you, brother? Okay, I think Giuseppe might have. Is Giuseppe still on stage?
He is.
Okay, all right. My system's a little slow over here. What's up, Giuseppe? Good to see you. Anthony, can you talk about interest rates and tell me what you think about it? Let's really unpack this thing. Can you let us know about the interest rates and let us know what do you believe is going on with this? What do you believe about the rates? And do you believe that it is a stopping point? What do you believe that is making people not want to buy property right now?
So, good morning, everybody. Anthony Renew here, mortgage loan officer, team leader for a real estate group. Here with the outstanding team on stage. So, yes, rates are definitely discouraging some folks right now. Do I think they're high? Yeah, they're higher than the norm from what most of us have seen in the past few years. But Mr. Powell himself from the Fed has already said, things are not where they need it to be, and it's going to get worse. So, do I think they're going to go higher? Yes. So. It has been discouraging for some folks, but I will say, just the other day, I don't think Sasha's here yet, but just this weekend, she had to go back to the drawing board. And, a lot of folks were out there working together, sellers and buyers, to make the market go. So she went back and said, hey, the original terms we had, it won't work out for my client. This veteran doesn't want to pay this much for a mortgage, so we're going to need some help. They worked out a solution. They were able to get 16,000.
Is he in the Matrix or is that me? Can y'all hear him? Yo.
No, everybody sounds like they're in the Matrix right now. It could be me though.
I'm hearing the Matrix too. Okay. All right. So can y'all hear me right now? Are we good to go?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, outstanding. Okay, so Anthony, you were in the Matrix, but now that's a good point. I heard him talking about the rates and how things are different, and essentially what I want to tell you guys is that listen to me. Please listen to what I'm about to tell you guys. And I see the people that did the 8 shares. I really appreciate that. Okay. Do you want to know why the rates don't matter right now? I'm going to tell you why the rates don't matter, and we're going to do a little bit of math. Okay. All right. So put a 1 in the chat if you guys want to know why the rates don't matter. Okay. And put a 2 in the chat if you don't care. You think they do matter. I'm going to prove to you guys a mathematical exercise that anybody can do to tell you guys why the rates don't matter. Okay. The rates do not matter. Date the rate, marry the house. Date the rate, marry the house. Date. Oh, that sound like a bar right there. You know what I'm saying? Date the rate and marry the house. Okay. Why? I'm not going to give the answer yet. I want to know why. And while we have some people that are on stage, Bruno, Ian, are you there?
I'm always here, dog.
Okay, we're gonna come to you next, Bruno, and I want you to tell me why the rates don't matter. And I see my brother Otis James just came into the building. Maj, I gotta help me out, man. When these OGs come in here, man, I gotta put some respect on their name, because if I don't put no respect on their name, man, they might ride out. Okay, so shout out to Otis that just came into the building. And as we're doing this, let me do a quick room reset. Ladies and gentlemen, today it is a Realtor Town Hall meeting. Okay, for those of you who have just joined us, even if you're not a realtor, a mortgage professional, or an investor, if you're in a real estate room, you should be seeking to be one of those, or a wholesaler. all of you guys are going to have an opportunity to share the stage with us. And today we're going to be talking about some challenges, okay? Not problems, but challenges in the market that you need to accept to give you the opportunity to invest in real estate, because a lot of people are pausing because of the rates, and there's alternatives that you guys could do to negate the rate, okay? So do me a favor, down at the bottom you will see, can I take a shot at it, Mr. Glenn? Ken, I got you, my brother. You're up next, okay? So Ken in the chat said, can he take a shot at it? Here it is right here. For those of you who just joined us, okay, hit the little clipboard down at the bottom, okay, and then raise your hand and get on stage. I don't like people in the listening lounge, because I want you guys to help us grow this space out. And then also, if you have an opportunity, then it'll be a lot easier, especially on the system that I'm on, to be able to bring you guys up. So hit the clipboard. Okay, I see 7 people. I need 6 more people to raise their hand, okay? Once those 6 people raise their hand, I'm going to give you guys a couple of scenarios of why the rate does not matter. Without further ado, Bruno Nascimento, please let the people know who you are and what you do, brother.
Most definitely. Hey guys, good morning. Good morning. Excited to be here, man. I appreciate everyone pulling up today. My name is Bruno. I'm down here in Southern California, like the rest of the crew. Part of 10X Vets, Veteran Homeowners Club. And man, we just love teaching people about what it is that we know, man. The name of the game is adding value to people's lives and hopefully making an impact. So today, if you decided to do something different by tuning in today to our room today, I promise you that you will be happy and glad with your choice that you made today, because you woke up and you said, today I'm going to win. So, man, I'm excited to be here, man. And hopefully we can add value to somebody's day today. But so look, I'll get straight to it, man. For me, the reason why the rates don't matter, right, is because those are things that are fluid. They change. Okay. So the name of the game is understanding affordability, right? Affordability, affordability, affordability. If you get a grasp on your budget and you understand what it is that you can make the payments on, okay, and if the numbers line up, okay, meaning that if, you know, the investment, I got my phone blowing up. I just sent an email out to an agent letting you know I'm going to cancel contract. I hit send and I just get phone calls. But hey, no, I promise I just hit send right before I unmuted. And now my phone's blowing up. But hey, so get a grasp of your affordability. Okay, because the rate can change and you can always refinance and everything else. And then one of the things that we're going to share with you that Tony was kind of hinting at is there are ways for you to get around the rate. Okay, there are ways that you can buy down the interest rate, that you can get that, horrible 7% that everyone is dreading. Okay, there are ways for you to be able to get that rate down, for you to close on your property at something below the 7% that's out there now. So you got to be creative. You have to understand the market. You have to understand contract and everything else. But I'll land there, man. Now let me call this agent back.
Oh man, and that sounds good, man. And I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Look, if you got the listen. Okay, I'm gonna run through this. Okay, so let me see. Let's see. Ken, go ahead and take a shot at it. Where you at, Ken? Are you on stage right now? Ken, are you here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead, Ken, and go ahead and take a shot at it, brother. Why does the rate not matter? Okay, can y'all hear him, or is it me?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. I can hear you, brother.
Okay. Everything what Bruno said and a little more. The tenant, if it's a rental property, your tenant is paying it anyway. And like you said, you can always refinance when the rates go down. And then, like you said, with the buy down, he said pretty much everything I was going to say. Plus, the rate is not yours. Your tenant going to pay it, and you'll be all right.
That's right. Okay, so there's a couple of things, right? So let's do. I want everybody to follow me with this right now, and I'm going to prove a point to you guys. Somebody find that hot mic. Okay, let me show you guys why rate doesn't matter when you're buying an investment property. We're going to utilize a single family home for this example. Okay, All right. So right now, I'd like everybody to put that medium home price, which is $419,000, in the chat. Okay. Okay. Before I start this, does anybody have any questions about how this room is going to flow? Anybody have any questions about how this room is going to flow? Or does anybody have any questions to ask us?
I
Because I
have a
see.
question. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. Jump in, King. Go ahead.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure I was in the right conversation. I just had a real quick question. I'm looking at a purchase. Me and you have talked before in the past. Good to see you again. Um, my question is, it's a townhome.
Uh
I
huh.
want to use my VA loan to get it. Obviously, um, I'm using it for house hacking, so I'm going to be living there as well.
Okay.
My problem is I don't want to run it since it's not a multifamily. I wish it was a multifamily, but the state has it listed as a townhome.
Uh huh.
Will I run into any problems with the lender as using that as an investment property since it's not a multifamily, it's a townhome?
Great.
That
Out.
was my.
That is a stupid great question. That is listen. Okay, so I saw Bruno flash his mic. I'm gonna let him go first, and then Anthony is a lender, and then I'm gonna give a quick introduction to my sister Hannah, and we're gonna run through this because these are some of the things. These are the types of conversations that we need to have. I'm gonna throw him an alley oop, and I want to see if he's gonna slam dunk this thing, and then I'm gonna tell you a couple of things that you should be aware of. Now, before I pass the mic over to Bruno, now. Here's a little bit of real estate trivia. Okay. Now, here's the deal, guys. Okay. Now, let me paint a scenario first. What is the difference between a condo and a townhome? Now, before everybody jumps off mic, okay, what is it? I want 10 people to raise their hands. I see that Otis James just came into the building. Otis, are you here? Otis? Dang. Okay. All right. So Otis has volunteered to Cash App somebody $500 for the first person that answers this question correctly. What is the difference between a townhome? Thank you, Otis. Thank you for volunteering for that $500. All right. What is the difference between a townhome and a condominium? The
I
mic
would
is
say
open.
I would say the
Owning the
difference
land.
Okay.
that there's no real estate. There's no additional.
Okay. No additional, no real estate. Okay. Which one? Okay. That's the first. That's the first one. Who else
Owning the
want?
land.
You own the land. Okay, Jacob. That's a good shot. Okay. Who else?
A condo owner um, only has possession over the.
Okay. CC Realtor. I think that was you. Were you answering the question? Who was answering the question?
That was CC.
Okay. Yeah, CC. What's the difference? Look at Ashley up done snuck up in here. Okay. So,
And
okay.
Courtney's raising her hand.
Who else wants to answer the question? What is the fundamental difference between a townhome and a condo?
I think townhomes are usually like duplexes side by side, so they're individual structures and they are what they are. And with condos, they can come with amenities and other extra streams of revenue. So for me, the biggest difference would be that.
Okay. All right. So what's the answer, guys?
So one, you own the land, and the other one you don't. So for a townhouse, right, where it's at, you own that property and the actual land that it's on. For a condo, you don't because you have other units that are around, or you have community spaces that are not owned entirely by the by that owner.
Okay. The biggest
Yeah,
fundamental
the
difference.
association of the land.
The
And there
biggest
can be a lot of condos.
the
Townhomes are only a couple at a time, right?
the biggest difference between townhomes and condominiums is that condos you can have somebody above you, below you, and beside you. Okay. And townhomes you have usually one adjoining wall and you own the land. However, you can own the land on some detached condos. Okay. That means there's no adjoining wall. Okay, that is the fundamental piece. The fundamental difference is the condos you can have people above you, below you, and beside you. Townhomes you can. You can only townhomes typically have one adjoining wall, but both of them you can own the land. But in most cases you don't. In some cases you can own the land in condos. In some cases you don't. Okay, so these are both the fundamental things. But I want to get back to this question because I think this is very important. Bruno, Ian, Sierra, or anybody on stage. Okay, and before I ask that question to Bruno, I want everybody to for everybody to unmute their mic and say congratulations. We got somebody who accomplished a big deal. On the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Hey. Okay. All right.
Congratulations.
We are welcoming Hannah to our Win in Real Estate family. She's a new person who just joined yesterday. Okay, she's been scoping us out on Clubhouse, and then now she's been in real estate for about 7 years. She's a military spouse. Okay, and she already has an event scheduled in Temecula with 30 people. Hannah, do you want to let the people know who you are and what you do?
Woohoo! And thank you for welcoming me to the stage. Make sure you can hear me okay, everyone?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Awesome. Awesome. Yes, my name is Hannah here in sunny San Diego. I am so excited to be the newest member to the Win in Real Estate team, to the 10X team. I'm on the real estate side, working with veterans, working with buyers, sellers, investors. I'm an investor myself. My husband is 21 years retired Navy senior chief. I'm a California native, and I'm just excited to be here today.
Look at her coming in and burning the stage down, man. That's what I'm talking about. You go, Hannah.
That was definitely pro mode.
Yeah. Yes, for real. One thing about us, listen, we're looking. Okay, so right now in the chat, let's talk about the power of networking. I want to know who you are, like what state that you're in. Rep your state in the chat right now. We want to know where you're pulling up from. Okay, if you're a realtor, if you're an investor, you're seeking to be an investor. I want to do a realtor or professional call to action right now. Where are you located? I see you, Jacob. Shout out to Jacob, and I'm gonna give you a shout out. Shout out to Tax Deed in Florida, investor. Diane, checking in from Michigan. Anthony Renew, rocking that California love. Who else? Okay, where we checking in from? Okay, rep your place. Okay, let's see. All right, we got South Florida by way of Maui. We got Alabama in the house, Chicago in the house. We got Nigeria in the house. Shout out to Florida in the house with my sister Tammy Maroney. Oklahoma representing. I see Boston is up in the building. Okay, who else? We got H-Town, Houston up in the building. Houston, you got to say it like that. We have Italy in the building. That's what I'm talking about. Isn't this beautiful, y'all? I got New York in the building. Who else we got? All right. Shouting out the homies in the chat, man. I say all of that to say this, man. Oh, we got UK in the building. That's dope, man. So the reason why I wanted to do that is because somebody knows something or someone or something that can help you extend your business. So listen, guys, what we're here to do, because if you guys are here on stage, we want to know who you are, what you do. You get to ask questions. We want to interconnect with you guys, share some ideas of some things that we got going on over here, and let you know how you can be a part of 21 million veteran buyers and sellers. Okay. All right, that's what we're here to talk about. But we want to go through some things. And right now we're on the market thing. So let's go back to Bruno real quick because I want Bruno to go ahead and land that plane. Bruno, tell me why. What are some of the pros and cons to the brother's question about the condominium? Okay, so let's run through this. But my brother, how much is that condo that you're attempting to purchase?
No. It wasn't a condo. So
A townhouse.
it's a townhome. It's a
Okay.
townhome. The townhome is 259.
259. How long has it been on the market?
109 days.
109 days. Okay. Hey, y'all picking this up? Pay attention because we about to drop some gems right now. Okay, because we're about to build with you. We're going to tell him how to negotiate this deal and how he should back into it. But we want to hear from some realtors on. Okay, so let's go back to it. Okay, 259. Okay, what is the HOA?
I believe it's 94, but let me check. Um,
$94.
yeah, I think it's $94, but
Okay, and you want to use your VA loan to get it.
yeah,
Okay, all
yeah.
right. Now, okay, so okay, I think Bruno,
Oh no, no. It says there are no association fees. There's no home association fees here.
that's impossible. Not with a townhome.
It says there's no homeowners association fees.
That's odd.
That's really strange because, like, usually, okay, there's a moment for y'all. This is Ian Jensen. So
And
the
the
reason why
seller's off.
reason why some HOAs always have at least some association fees is usually the association has to carry some sort of structural insurance across the whole community. So no matter what, so that's one thing I want to look at too, because no matter what, usually the place always handles some kind of insurance.
Is Ian in the Matrix?
So that's why minimum.
Okay, are you guys getting the red bar?
I hear you.
Okay, you can hear Ian, right?
Yes.
You can hear it in, but they're breaking up a little bit.
Okay, man. That's the investor guys trying not to get us. Okay, so Bruno, go ahead and jump in and then ask any
Yeah.
other questions that you may have, and let's back him into how he should negotiate this deal. Okay.
Yes. So what I wanted to do real quick, brother, was I wanted to address that question that you asked initially, right? Just so we can kind of get to answering that question. So your question was, will there be a problem with or will the lender have a problem with you intending to use this property as an investment property? Okay. And this is what and I'm super glad that you asked that question because you have so many people that don't really understand what goes behind it when you are making a property an investment property, and then how you can leverage your VA loan to purchase a property for investment purposes, right? So you have to own or occupy, which is what you're going to be doing because you said that you're going to be house hacking. So by you doing that, you are already fulfilling the requirement of owner occupying the home. So what the lender cares about, right, is are you able to do you intend to own or occupy? Because that's what the black and white says for the VA guidelines for you to be able to even qualify for the VA loan, right? So that's
You guys.
Hey, you in the Matrix, Bruno? Bruno, okay. I don't know what's going on with Clubhouse, man. But yeah, you're in the Matrix, bad man.
Can you guys?
Okay, can y'all hear? Y'all can hear me pretty well, right? I want to make sure that y'all can hear me
Yes.
and it's not me. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Outstanding. I think that, I know Clubhouse is going through some changes and stuff like that, but listen, guys, let me go ahead and cook. Does anybody else want to add value to this conversation before we continue to roll? Because I'm gonna tell you why some things that you got to look out for the condominium situation. Okay, and any other value to add? I'll just run through them real quick for the sake of time. Number one, okay, any condo with no homeowners association, any townhome with no homeowners association, you want to check and see how they're governing the common areas, right? How are they handling trash? How are they handling these things? And the reason why I said HOA is because some homeowners associations bylaws will prevent you from getting that VA loan even qualifying for that property. Okay, that's number one. So the VA does do condos and townhomes, but occupancy of that condo, the occupancy rate for the townhome and the CC&Rs. Anybody know what CC&Rs are?
Yes.
What are they?
Conditions, covenants, and restrictions.
That's right. Okay. The CC&Rs will tell you, that's basically the bylaws governing what's going on for that condo. The problem with the challenge that you're going to face, though, is that you want to make sure that has if it does have a homeowners association, to make sure the homeowners association is healthy. Okay. So
Yeah, but like I was saying, there's no condo involved here. I'm trying to turn this townhome into a multifamily, basically.
I got you. Just follow me. I got you.
I got you.
Yeah, yeah. I'm breaking it down so people know. So I know this is a townhome, but I'm saying condos and townhomes. So the reason why you want to check and make sure that townhouse it has the ability to do that is that you have to make sure that you are able to do that based off of whatever the zoning is for that. Because if it's zoned for a townhome, you might not be able to add an additional unit to it. Does that make sense? So that's the first part, right? So
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I
right,
was trying to check on the zoning
right.
laws of the.
Right. So that's the first part. You have to, before you even knock down that property, you should get the zoning, because think about it. If you have townhomes, I'm pretty sure there's more than one, right? It's probably a planned unit development with multi townhomes in there. Would that be fair?
Not for this area, but generally, yeah, that's how it is today.
Right. So you might not even be able to make that a multifamily because of the restrictions of the zoning. Because if you got when they bought that plot of land and it's a townhome, typically is not a townhome where it's two townhomes and that's it. It's usually a string of them. Maybe it's like 4 or 5 or 6 or 10 of them, right? So think about it. You got 4 townhomes that are built, and then you got one multifamily. That's going to be tricky for you to do. So that's the first thing. Okay. So the second thing that I would make sure is that property can even go VA. Now here's a big one right here that a lot of people miss. If there are communities that have properties, the appraiser is going to look at like kind properties to see the value of this property. So as you buy that property, right? If they eliminate your ability to do the VA loan on that property because of occupancy or a lawsuit or something like that, then it's going to be hard for you to get buyers for it because you can only usually take cash or conventional financing. So you want to make sure that condo has the ability to even do. Back channel me the address because I'm interested now because I want to see if this is something that you could do. Okay. All right. Okay. So those are the bigger ones. Okay. But let's talk about negotiation of this property. Okay. And then,
Right. It's all. Oh, I want to also tell you, they're also the seller is offering a 10,000 vacant to value grant with the property as well.
okay. Now that's good. Now remember, let me ask you this question before we, and this is a good, now guys, bring your questions, bring a deal, if you got questions, put a 1 in the chat. If you got more questions that you want to ask 50 realtors here today, or mortgage professionals or investors, okay, put a 1 in the chat if you got questions, because we want you guys to ask your questions on stage so you can get the people who are in the market and let you guys know how to structure this stuff. Okay, here's the last thing we're going to tell you. Okay, so if the property's been on 109 days, it's two challenges that I would see. Okay, either it's overpriced, it's functional obsolescence, or there's not a demand for it. Okay, because if it was priced well, it would be gone. Now, why? Here's the question that I propose for the professionals, and then I'm gonna kick it back over to you, Bruno. Okay, somebody tell me how you guys would negotiate this deal? Okay, the property's on the market for 259 days. 109 days.
109.
They want
Yeah.
259,000 for it. Well, how would y'all negotiate this deal? Somebody tell me how you guys would negotiate this deal. Don't all jump in at once. How would you negotiate that deal? Let me ask a better question. Why would you want to buy the property at that value?
I got this one.
Are you asking me or the room?
Right. No, I got it, man. And so, okay, so what's going on here is that you got a property that's probably a price issue, if anything else, or maybe the seller kind of has a misunderstanding of what it's really worth. But where you can really start getting a great amount of value from this as the buyer is that you got the opportunity to get in there and offer. Say you just write a regular offer. Say it's at 259. You write it at 259, but you write in the offer like a certain amount of concessions that helps you out. All right. So if the seller is already said it's already willing to give up a $10,000 incentive, lean in a little harder, because if they don't have any other offers on the table, they're going to be hungry to take whatever they can get. because chances are, if that seller is already starting to add an incentive, that they're getting hungry for the money that they need. They're sick of the house. They want the money, right? So what you can do is get that incentive or some kind of credit, and you utilize those credits to help your situation going into the property. Meaning that you get either a seller concession to help you with your closing cost, or your rate buy down, or you use it to pay off some of your debt. All that things. You could utilize those credits to help your situation out, so that way you can go in there and knock that property down. And then at the same time, you get to better your personal financial situation. Either you don't have to come out of pocket with money for closing, or you get to pay off some debt, and you don't lower the price of the average sale in the community, which drops everybody else's value, including your own. So like, this is a topic that we go over all the time, but this is something I really want to drive home, is that dropping the price is always the best option. So thank you all. Back to you, Tony.
Bingo. That's the part that I
Appreciate
want.
that.
That's
Appreciate
the
that, Bruno.
that is the part that I wanted to go with. So, brother, here's what I want you to do. Okay, we're gonna help you negotiate a little better on that property, and then help you back into that. Who was that was speaking? I can't see that.
It's Jacob.
Jacob. Okay, brother. Ian is gonna send you a back channel. Okay, and then we're gonna
Yeah.
look at that deal more in depth to make sure you're not making a mistake, man. Because what we
All right.
don't want you to do, we don't want you to do is that the realtor, the first thing that they're gonna do, and Sam put it in the chat. It says bring it down to 225 with no. Let's see what Sam said. Okay, so Sam, I'm gonna look at what you said. All right, so Sam said bring it to. Sam says bring it down to 225 with no money down. Okay, all right. Now, here's going back to what I was saying. If you're buying a property, that's not always the best case. Okay. And then we're going to give you guys an example of why lowering the price isn't always the best thing when you're buying a property. Okay. Let me do a quick room reset. You guys are in the Win in Real Estate house. Guys, we are at 79. We're almost at 8,000 followers of our Winning Real Estate house. So I want to say, I'll give a special shout out to you guys that come each and every day supporting us, okay, and building with us. And everybody gets a voice here on our stage. I see my man Luis Estrella, Terry, Sam, April, Jake is in the building. Ashley's in the building. Michelle Jackson's in the building. My sister Tammy's in the building. Sean's in the building. CC Realtor, all of you guys, we really appreciate you guys pulling up. Here's what I'm going to ask you guys to do. Right now, we've had 124 winners in here today, and we've only had 11 shares. So what I'm going to ask you guys to do respectfully is hit the little recycle button down there at the bottom and share this to your hallway and put WIN. I see people followed the assignment. I see 12 shares. Okay. And then also I'd like for you guys to do me another favor. Hit the little ball headed man down by the plus sign and get some people into the room. We are simulcasting live and in color. If you click the link above my head, you'll see our Winning Real Estate Facebook group. For those of you who are not in there, let me tell you what we just talked about. We talked about the 5 pillars of wealth, and then we also talked about the areas I owe. Now, remember, before I leave here today, can y'all do me a favor and remind me to do something? Can y'all put a 1 in the chat if you guys can remind me to do something, because I keep forgetting to do it, and I don't like telling people that I'm going to do something and not do it. Can y'all remind me to make sure that we put the IRS links in the Facebook group, okay, of where the publication 560 is? That's the pension plans. We're going to post the LLC, S Corp, C Corp stuff in the Facebook group. And then I owe you guys the minutes document in the Facebook group as well. Do not let me forget get off the phone. Don't forget that I need to do that. Okay. Because I keep forgetting to do it. And I don't want to be called out for not doing what I told people that I was going to do. So for those of you that are here, you can click the link above my head. We are doing a professional live. Okay. So this is live on YouTube, Facebook, Clubhouse, and Twitter, guys. Okay. So all at the same time. So we need as much participation as possible. Okay. And we want you guys to help us grow the space. We really, 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 really thoroughly appreciate you guys. And last but not least, there's a clipboard down at the bottom. Hit that clipboard and get on stage. Okay. I'm gonna invite, if you're in the chat, you can be on stage. By coming on stage, what that helps us do is it brings your audience in here with us. So we really would appreciate you guys just hitting the clipboard, getting on stage so we can have a great room. And we're trying to get to 100 people in the room today. All right. Without going back to negotiating on why it's not good to lower the price. Does anybody have any questions about negotiation tactics, and give some examples of why lowering the price isn't always the best option? Y'all with me? Is somebody talking?
Yeah, I can go for it, man.
Go ahead,
So
jump in.
yeah, there's a lot that you can do without lowering the price, or there's a lot like it just kind of goes back to what I was talking about just a minute ago. Like, so to go into deeper why you don't want to lower the price, because um, for those of you who are real estate professionals in here, this is an old song, but anybody else who's learning, I'm gonna kick it. So the way that value is assessed when it comes to real estate is usually on the terms of the bank, right? And the bank uses what's called appraisers. And appraisers, what they're doing is their skill set is finding the value of a piece of real estate. So what they do is they take that piece of real estate, the subject property, the one that somebody's buying, the one that they're hired to do, and then they take it and compare it to everything else in the area that's sold within the last 6 months. That's a comparable property. So this is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 square foot single family house. They're going to take everything that's sold within that same like zip code or so, maybe 5-10 miles around it. And they're going to compare it to see like what everything else is sold for. And then they'll add plus or minus it depending on the condition. Whether, if this is a really rundown piece of garbage, then it's going to be lower. Where this is a Taj Mahal with a pool and an outdoor kitchen, all that good stuff, it's going to be higher. So then they take that and then they give what they call the certified value, because the bank wants to know what they're putting their money into, because they don't want to put too much money in it and you don't want to have like not enough. So what happens then is they submit it all down the hill, and then you get what's called the official value of the house. So what happens there is then the bank will fund up to that amount. All right. So what this does for you though is that if you sell your house at a super low point, say whatever, you work out some deal and it's 50 grand under market value, that doesn't help you out as much as you think it does, because 50 grand even 50 grand under value is only going to save you maybe $250, maybe a month, not that much at all. No. So $50 every every 10,000. So yeah, 5 times, yeah. So that'll save you like $250 a month. It's not nothing, but it's not as big of a deal if you can keep that money in the house and say like you write the offer for that much and get a $50,000 worth of credit. That's not always the case in some situations, but for examples only, we're going to run with it. So getting that credit can usually help you out and go further, like dollar for dollar, than getting that money off the top. Okay, because you get to keep your money in your pocket and you get to use it, because your money now is worth a lot more than your money 10 years in the future when you go to sell it. All right, inflation's a pain in the butt. All right, back to you, Tony.
Bingo. Okay, so I'm gonna put an example. I'm gonna read this to you guys, and I want y'all to put these numbers. I'll put it in the chat for you guys to give you guys a virtual, actual visual example of what it is that we're talking about. Okay, so now I want everybody to put 27 and a half years, right? This is an investment property example. Okay, 27 and a half years. I want everybody to put this as an example. Okay. So this is the reason why the rate is not as important. Okay. So I'm posting something in the chat so you guys could see it. And I want to show you the example of what we're talking about. That way you can understand it. Now I want you guys to look at this, and I'm gonna give you guys an example. So let's just say that I bought this investment property for $500,000. I was gonna use 419, but I like nice round numbers. So take that $500,000. Okay, and then divide that by 27 and a half years. Okay, I want you guys to do this real time so you understand it. Because as we're talking about this, it's going to be difficult for you to understand it, okay? But if you walk through it with me, you'll understand. So take 500,000, divide by 27 and a half years. What do you get? Can somebody give me the answer to that, please? Open up your calculator and give me this example. Okay.
18,180.
So that means that I get to depreciate that property $18,180 per year. The depreciation cycle essentially basically means that the useful life of a single family home is 27 and a half years. So that means that I'm basically lowering my taxable income by $18,181 or whatever it is. Okay. So as I'm buying a property, depreciation allows me to lower my taxable income. Okay. So essentially I have the property, I depreciate that. Now, appreciation, put these 4 acronyms in the chat right now. STUD. STUD. Scarcity, transferability, utility, and demand. These 4 economical things is what drives the prices up. Now I'm gonna run through this real quick, and I want you guys to answer me. Now, the reason why we're telling you guys this stuff is because we don't care if you use this as a mortgage professional or a real estate professional to negotiate your deals, but you got to know how to talk through it. I want anyone right now to look up how much home values are going to go up in 2024. Somebody Google that for me and come back. Okay. But let me talk about this scarcity thing. While somebody is Googling that, I want you to go into Google. Okay. And I want you to look up, okay, what is the average increase in property value in your zip code? Whatever zip code that is, it should be a percentage. What is the increase in value percentage for Oceanside, California? Okay. Anthony, Renew, are you here still? Or did you go? Luis, are you here? Luis Estrella?
Yes, sir. What's up?
Okay, can you Google that for me? Can you Google what is the and then after that, I want you to introduce yourself, let the people know who you are and what you do. So I want you guys to look up what is the percentage of increase in homes in your zip code 2024. And I'll tell you what the number is going to be. Right now, houses are projected to increase in value anywhere from 7 to 11%. 7 to 11% over the next 24 months. Okay. That is the number. That is nationally 7 to 11%. So Courtney said 6.7%. Okay. So let's go the 7% number for instructional purposes only. Okay. Ian, can you do me a favor and tell me what is 7% of 500,000, please? So take 500,000 and multiply that times 7%. What is that? See, I was accurate right there. Courtney and Dr. Carissa J, 6.5%, 6.7%, right around 7%. What you got?
I have 4.4 on mine.
Okay, you in New York, okay? So Luis, let me ask you a couple of quick questions right here. I'm gonna pick on you for a minute. Is that okay?
Talk to me. What's up?
Is there a demand for houses?
There's about 6 times more demand than we have supply.
Okay, all right. So are homes scarce right now?
Very much so.
Okay, can you transfer homes because of equity, and can you rent homes because of the demand?
Yes.
Okay, are homes useful? The utility of homes, do people need them?
Beyond useful, especially right now.
So ladies and gentlemen, that right there will tell you that part right there is something that you can ask people when they're telling you about fear mongering about the interest rates. They can't keep up. People are not moving out of their homes. I mean, people who bought homes, the reason why there's a scarcity of listings right now is because people don't want to move out of their homes because of the interest rate. Okay. The transferability, people have equity position in houses and homes can be rented. So that means they can easily be transferred. The utility, the usefulness of homes is still valid. And then the demand is skyrocketed because we're approximately 3 million houses short on what we need to keep up with the demand. That, my friend, is how you contest people telling you that the interest rates are too high. Okay. Because right now, especially for an investor. I just showed you guys with a $500,000 example that the depreciation of that property is $18,000. And I just showed you that prices are going to go up 7 to 11% next year. So
And
people who
7% on 500,000 is 35,000.
$35,000, Ian. Anybody else want to jump in and add value or have questions to what I was talking about? Because right after that, Luis, tell the people who you are and what you do, and then we're gonna unpack this so we can actually have an intellectual conversation instead of people saying, "Oh, I'm gonna wait until the rate goes down." Well, that rate's gonna cost you $35,000 if you wait. Okay, so these are the ways to combat people that don't know economics. Okay. Luis, can you tell the people who you are, what you do, brother?
I'll make it quick. New York, New Jersey, Dominican Republic realtor, and licensed specialist when it comes to getting people homes, man. So that's what it is.
Outstanding. Now, I know you got more to add. I mean, come on, bro. You can cook on this stage. You're my brother. I mean, what's up? Let's talk about it, man. Tell us what you see in the market.
Man, it's funny, man, because this is what my room tomorrow is based off of. Right now, for the first time in over 40 years, um, there's less than 950,000 homes across all of the US. Um, that's kind of ridiculous, bro. So this conversation that we're having right now is extremely timely, and I hope that people are paying attention because they are missing out on opportunities uh, because we can't build our way out of this current problem. So we're gonna have to do something.
That's the part, man. Shout out to the GOAT that's in the building. Bye. Luis, thank you for pulling up, man. And this is the reason why we have these conversations. Does anybody have any questions about scarcity, transferability, utility, and demand? Anybody have value to add to that? Or any questions? Hannah, you got something to say? You want to jump off?
I got something. I got something. So let's use the example of San Diego, California. There's another big factor that goes into this, specifically when it comes to military. Because here in San Diego, we have 100,000 active duty military across the branches. And right now on the Navy side, it's chief season, right? Promotion of all those new chiefs. They're going to have orders going out across the country, which also increases the demand in the cities they're going to. So I'd say it's a combination of all those things you just talked about. I think that's spot on, especially when it comes to high demand.
Oh man, that's a good little chicken nugget. Guys, and this is the reason, this goes back to the fundamental reason why it is essential to get interconnected with military people as you build your portfolio of business. Number one, housing allowance is tax-free money that veterans get, and they're transitioning from one place to another with a promotion. So that typically at the end of the year, for you guys that don't know, military people usually get a promotion. They get a pay increase each year. Okay, and then also as they get promoted, they make more money, and they have non-taxable income that they get. So when if new people are getting promoted, what do you think that you should be talking about? Helping them invest that money instead of going out and buying that new Escalade, with that 9% interest rate. How about buying the property, investing in real estate, and then having that Escalade that they want as a business vehicle? Man, y'all not ready for what we talking about in here. Who else wants to jump in? The mic is open. That's a good point, Hannah. Thank you for adding that value. Anybody else want to jump in? Any other realtors on stage or mortgage professionals want to talk about some things? The mic is open. I'm going to yield the mic. Who else wants to jump in and add some value to the conversation?
What we talking about? What we talking about?
Well, okay, let's talk about concessions. And can you explain how that works?
Yeah, so essentially, man, concessions are the things that you're able to apply towards anything of value for the other party. So in this case, we would go and talk about how is it, and this is kind of where I left off before I fell into the matrix, which was how do you combat the rates and everything else and all these other things, right? Without having to drop purchase price, without having to really worry about the rates and what they are. concessions, right? You can use the concessions to buy down the interest rates. You can use the concessions to be able to buy or pay off or pay down specific debts that you may have. But most importantly, it's being able to keep the value of your property, right? So a lot of people want to, reduce prices. And well, instead of you doing that, then how about you take the money from concessions and apply it towards maybe a rate buy down or paying off a specific debt that may put you in a better financial position to qualify for a better rate. So that's where I'll land there.
Bingo. So let's go back to this example that I was using. Okay. Let's give this put a 1 in the chat if you understood that. Put a 2 in the chat if you need a more thorough explanation of that. Put a 1 in the chat if you understood that. Put a 2 in the chat if you guys want us to break it down a little bit further. Okay. All right. I got a 1. Okay. Just one person. Come on, y'all, man. What we at today? Man, y'all not trying to win in real estate, man. We got people. Okay. We got a 2. Okay. Anybody else? Okay. All right. All right. It says, please attend tonight's Clubhouse Town Hall at 8. Being on time, big changes for the app. Okay, Z. We'll check that out. All right. So let's go to this example. Buy down example. If you scroll up right now, you'll be able to see that buy down example. And it's actually, guys, click the link above my head and join the Facebook group because you will get notifications of when we're doing that. And then also, I'm going to start doing a Zoom on some of the stuff that we're teaching so I can whiteboard it and you guys can see. So right now, if y'all can click the link above my head, get on the Facebook group. I'm waving at y'all. I'm saying hi to you guys. Okay. Shout out to you guys who are in the Facebook group. And this is where we'll be able to drop all of this documentation and all of the stuff that we're talking about today so you guys could actually see it real time. Okay. All right. So let's get back to this example. All right, property value, $500,000 purchase, 6.25 interest rate. Principal and interest means the principal basically means what you bought the property for. Interest is the cost of borrowing that money. Taxes, insurance, that's what PITI stands for. Principal, interest, tax, insurance. Homeowners association fees, okay, is something else that's usually added to that. Principal, interest, tax, insurance, HOA, okay? But we're just using principal and interest for right now, okay? $500,000 purchase, 6.25 interest rate, okay? All right, now here's how points work, okay? So you guys can understand when people say points. It does not mean from a 6 to a 5. That's not a point, okay? A point is a 1/100th of a point, okay? And basically what that means is that I'm going to take the 500,000, I'm going to multiply that times 1%, and that's going to give me $5,000, okay? That's how I came to that number. Whatever the purchase price of the property, take that, divide that by 1 and then the percent sign, and that will give you a number. 1% of 500,000 is 5,000. So if 1 point is 5,000, here's a little bit of real estate trivia, all right? How much would 2 points be? Crickets.
$10,000.
$10,000. Okay. So what Bruno was talking about, if I took 10 grand and I reduced my purchase price to $490, that would only give me a $50 monthly payment difference. Now, if I was to keep the property value at $500,000 and use that $10,000 to buy my interest rate down from a 6.25 to a 5.75, that's 2 points. Okay. That basically means that my monthly payment will be $161 different. Now, as you guys are negotiating now, I've solved two things. Number one, I got a lower monthly payment. That means I'm cash flowing more money. That means I can afford more things. And then number two, I kept the value of my property the same, so I'm not lowering all of the like-kind properties in my neighborhood. I guarantee you 110%, 90% of these real estate professionals that are out here negotiating on properties do not know what I just showed you guys. $10,000 price reduction, $50 savings. $10,000 interest rate buy down, $161 difference. It would take you to lower the price $26,000 to equate to $161 monthly payment difference. Man, y'all better put a fire emoji in the chat if you believe that that's good information for negotiation, please. Okay, and then ICE, also prepaid interest. He could talk to you about that all day long. That saves you bank years. ICE, are you here on stage?
Yeah, so Anthony, what you're saying is I've got $10,000 I could use, but how I use it will give me vastly different results. Is that what I'm hearing?
That's what I'm hearing. I want you to cook for me. What about prepaid principal? Can you talk about that? I want you to dive into that part because most people are negotiating price down. You're losing money that way. Okay.
Okay.
That's not the
All right.
fundamental way. Can you tell them another option, Brother Ice?
Listen, prepaid principal, you mentioned that this loan is going to cost you money to manage. Every single month you're paying interest on this. But the way the amortization schedule is figured on the loan you just mentioned, $474.42 goes to principal in that month. That's how much equity I'm buying back from the bank. You know how much they want to charge me, Anthony, for that? $2,600 in interest. $2,600, and out of all that money, I get to pay down my loan by $474.42. By the same token, if they can charge it, I can save it. How about that? So what if I in the next month, Anthony, they want to charge me $2,600 again just to pay my loan down by $476.89. So what if, I take my $476 and give it to them early? I give it to them when I want to give it to them, not when they're expecting it. Do you realize I make it impossible for them to charge me $2,600 for that? And I skip down to my third payment on the amortization schedule. I remove one payment for $476. I save $2,600 with that money, and my next payment next month is on line 3 of my amortization schedule. So you can save money a number of different ways, but this is a good way where a small amount of money will save you a large amount of interest. How about that, Anthony?
See, I'm telling y'all, man. Man, I love it. Look, guys are going out there. You know what? The reason why I like what you just talked about, brother, is because there's a lot of people, and we're not telling you guys that. Look, nobody's trying to. We're trying to give you. Okay, if you were trying to build a house, don't you think that you need more than just a hammer? You need a hammer, a screwdriver, you need a measure. You need to have more tools in your toolbox as you're negotiating and going into these deals. Automatically, I know I can probably get some either concessions, right? One of that condo that brother mentioned earlier, that was on the market for 109 days. What if the realtor had the courage to negotiate $20,000 from the seller? Imagine what you can do with the VA loan with 20 grand. Okay. How I would do that deal, I would come in at the 260. If the appraisal, if there's I would see if that property would appraise for 260. I would write my contract at 260, and then I would ask for 20,000 of closing costs / concessions. And then what I would do is I would sit down with Brother Daniel, and I would sit down with the real estate professional and the mortgage professional, and I would say, I got this $20,000. Give me 3 scenarios on what I should do. Number 1, I would try to get my interest rate as low as possible. Number 2, I will prepay principal. And if I have some debt, I will leverage the rest of that to pay off my debt, because that's going to give me a better debt to income ratio, therefore giving me more cash flow and being able to give me a better purchasing scenario, and then not have to worry about less debt. So when you're looking at this, it's not just going in and negotiating the price. Man, y'all can really, really kill it. Don, tell the people who you are and what you do.
My name is Don Daniel, founder of Pill Method International, a better way to eliminate debt. And what we do, folks, is that we actually show you how an amortization schedule actually works and how the bank is making money by offering you their schedule for payment. But guess what? There's no law that says you have to abide by their schedule. You owe the money, pay it back when you want to, and makes it impossible for them to charge you interest. Anthony, you just mentioned $20,000. Do you know that mortgage you just mentioned, if I prepaid, that means give the bank the $20,000 when I want it to. All right? Let's just say I had it. I give it to them when I want to instead of when they want me to. Do you realize I knock off 3 years off this loan? 3 years. And it saves me $97,000 in interest. Oh my goodness. How else can we use $20,000 that's going to give us such a fantastic return, a fantastic amount of work that $20,000 can do? Or you can negotiate against yourself, try to lower your property value by $20,000 and make everybody in the neighborhood mad at you. I don't know. You tell me.
See, I mean, some of y'all negotiating, taking L's out here. Trying to tell you, man. Listen, guys, if you guys are enjoying this conversation, put a fire emoji in the chat because we're just getting started, right? Welcome to the Win in Real Estate House. Shout out to all of my friends on stage. Make sure you give myself a follow: Ian Jensen, Emily, Courtney, Hannah, Aluja, Jackie, CC, Realtor, Michelle, Ashley, Ishman, Dr. Ashley. Let me put some respect on her name. April, Jake, Steven, all of you
Thank
guys.
you.
All of you guys that are on the stage right now, Juin, my brother, my co-mod, main co-mod, Bruno Nascimento, okay, Karen, Steve, Anthony Perez, Hannah, everybody that's in on stage right now, Aluja always coming up and supporting Jackie. We see you guys. Do me a favor, hit the clipboard and get your astronomical self on stage. Okay, y'all thought I was gonna curse, didn't you? Nope. Come on up on stage right now. Hit the clipboard. Come on stage because I know we got a lot of questions about that scenario that we just showed you. And we want to know where you're checking in at, and we just want to get to know you guys, see where you're at, what you're doing. Okay, and then we want to get as many people on stage because that's going to help us grow the space. We're 40 people away from hitting the 100 people on stage. The only way we want to be able to do that, if you guys are on stage we would like for you guys to ping as many people in as you possibly can so we can get these words out. Because the next topic that we're going to talk about after we ask you guys if you have any questions, we want to know what are you afraid of? What's keeping us from buying, right? Because real estate and businesses are the only two things that you can print that print money. There's nothing else prints money without you having to work for it. Okay. Stocks don't print money. It grows money, but it doesn't print money. Okay. Life insurance doesn't print money. Okay. But real estate and a business prints money. So why would you want not to, huh?
I can tell you what I'm afraid of as a beginner.
Okay, who's that?
It's Dr. Clarissa.
Okay, I got you. Real quick, I'm gonna
Okay.
come right to you. Okay, hey, Dr.
Okay.
Carissa, good to see you. So as you guys are navigating through this thing, just make sure that you are staying focused. Okay, and Dr. Carissa threw off my creative chi. I was cooking it down, but Dr. Carissa, you got to pass because you're so cool. Okay, but just make sure that you guys are coming on stage asking your questions because, look, man, we're trying to teach you what we know, and we're trying to share what we know to be true. Okay. And we just want to encourage you guys that if you're trying to not work as hard as you had to work to get to where you're at, then you need something that's going to print money for you. And the only way you can do that is having a business or a piece of real estate that's going to print that money. Dr. Carissa, did you have I wanted you to jump in and add, what are you afraid of, sister?
Anthony, you ask questions, and I think you really want answers. I didn't know it was a part of your chi speech, but sometimes I have concerns because I'm so new to the space, the real estate investing space,
Mm-hmm.
My concern is getting wrapped up in a piece of property that I'll regret because I missed something.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's it.
Okay. All right. So I want everybody to, if you're on stage, unmute your mic and repeat after me, please. Okay. Unmute your mic and repeat after me. Believe
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 in,
Believe
in the
Believe.
seed. In the seed.
Believe in the
in the
seed.
in the
seed.
seed.
In the
in
seed.
the seed.
Okay. Now, the reason why I ask everybody to do that is because, listen, you're not going to have all of the answers. Okay. Plant the seed, let the seed grow. Okay. And make adjustments. You cannot, there's no way. Yes, there is a checklist available. Okay. Look, Carissa, I know you are can you see the fruit on the tree when you plant the seed?
No,
Can you?
no, I
Okay.
cannot.
But you have to do what? You got to water the seed. You got to read something to tell you what weather to put it in, what type of pot to put it in, because every single day that you guys wait is one day that you missed out on. And I just proved to you all that houses are going to go up. The demand for houses is not going away. They're not going to build 3 million houses overnight. So all you need to do is you need to know where the location of the property that you want to purchase. Get some information about how much you can buy that property for, the trajectory of what you of the income that the property can get. Okay, what's going to be my cost to increase the value of the property, the after repair value, and what I can rent it out at. That's it. After you do that, everything you got 90% of the thing. Now you just got to go out and find a property that meet what you want to get. Because see, what'll happen is that people will just wait. Let me prove a point. Okay. Can anybody tell me what year COVID started? Put it in the chat right now. What year did COVID start? What year did COVID start? 2019. Okay. COVID started in 2019. Ian Jensen, are you here? Okay. Who's here that can help me? Carissa, what area are you located in?
Can you hear me?
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
in, I am in Rhode Island, Providence, Rhode Island.
Okay, Providence, Rhode Island. Okay.
Hmm.
So I want everybody to do this. Okay. I want every single person to do this real quick. Okay. I want you to pick a property around your area code. Okay. Matter of fact,
Okay.
I'm gonna look up a property. Let's just do this. I want everybody to do this real quick. Okay. You're gonna pick your zip code. Okay. 19 guys laugh out loud. Can we get this list in the chat, please? Yeah, George, you're going to have to join the Facebook group, and then I'll put the list in there, okay? I'm going to put the list of things that you guys could do, but we're going to give you some things on how you can underwrite a property real time. I'll do it, but you're going to have to take the notes, okay? Now, if y'all want to go back and listen to the replays and take the notes, myself and all of the people will back in to show you a way to underwrite a single family home right now. We'll give you everything that you need to know, okay? And then we're gonna back in to showing you how you can do it. Who wants to volunteer with me on this scenario? Okay. Anybody want to volunteer on stage? Bruno, Ian, Sierra, Hannah,
Yeah, I got
anyone?
you.
Okay. All
I
right.
got
So
you too.
okay. So Bruno and Ian, they're gonna help me. Okay. Bruno, can you give me Shady Glen? Give me that property.
Okay. Address?
Yes. Okay. Yes. Right now, I want you guys to look up this address. Okay. What's the address, Bruno?
So 26098 Shady Glen Street,
Okay.
and that's in Murrieta, California. And I'm dropping it in the chat too.
Okay. So right there's the address. Okay. I want everybody to Google this address, and then I want you to do this with any address in America, any one of them. I don't care where you're located at, any address. And I want y'all to look this address up and tell me what that property was valued at 2019 and what that property is valued at today. Can anybody do that for me? Okay, now I want you to do the exact same thing, Dr. Carissa. And I'm going to tell you a couple of we're going to compare. Okay, you guys are going to use this as an example, but I also want you to check in your local area. Let's just say that you're a real estate investor and you wanted to buy a property in your local area. Okay, all right, got you, Sierra. Welcome back, sister. All right, so anybody got the answer to that? 26098 Shady Glen.
It says in 2018 it was 455K, and now it's 749K.
Okay, well now,
So
okay, so
what?
Mhm.
so let's
I'm
look
right.
now. Okay, so what are we talking about here? Dr. Carissa, I want you to pick a property. Go on Zillow right now, Google, and put 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom property for sale in your area right now. I want to look at what that property was worth in 2019. And then how you do it is you go to and how you guys do this, if you click on the tax history of the property, it'll show you what years it was sold and where it was sold at and all the value of the properties. Right now, over the past 3 years, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 4 years, right? Properties have went up on average nationally 9% year over year. 9%. So, look, Dr. Carissa, when do you want to have your property? When do you when do you want to have your investment property?
Well, you were in a room
Well,
and you did this.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You did this to somebody, and while you were doing this to somebody else, as far as like the date, I picked my birthday, which is March 5th, but you think that's too far away?
Okay. Let's see here. Let's
That
see
was
here.
the number I picked the day that I think you're about to say something smart. I feel it coming. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. So March 5th. Okay.
Yeah,
I want you to repeat after
that was
me.
the date that
You ready?
I'm ready.
I will
I will
have my property
have my property
before
before
January 1st,
January 1st,
2024.
2024.
If y'all believe that she's going to do that, let's manifest that right now. Because yeah, if y'all know me,
I'm gonna
anybody who
do it.
commits, anybody who does a commit, anybody who believes in the seed, anybody who commits to us right now, you will have your property. We will help you get there. But it starts with a commitment. Okay. Now
Yes,
you've heard people commit and come back on here and give success stories, right? Have you not heard
I
people?
have. I
So
have. Yes.
so what you waiting on?
I was just being honest, Anthony.
I won't tell you
I
that.
was just saying.
I just want to tell you that, I had my hair to get did and I was going to get that
No,
property
that's
that
not
one
it.
day.
That's not,
And
it's not
then,
that it's not what you said, to be honest. It's because I do those I run those four things. But the issue is I start to think about it too much. I start thinking about, but what about the foundation? And what about the things that I don't know? And I know the
mm-hmm,
inspection, I'm just being honest. And then, if as a beginner, there's so much that I hear in these conversations that I don't know about. That
you're not
makes
going to
me
know.
tentative.
Okay. So
I
do you,
know
do you,
I'm not the only person who believes
oh, I
that.
know.
I'm
I
just the
believe it.
honest, I'm the honest one.
Yes, I believe you. And I believe that you've been procrastinating too.
Yes, a little bit probably.
Okay, so listen, it starts with you guys. Once you have we're manifesting her have a property, and she's gonna come in here and tell y'all why y'all procrastinating. In January, like she just was ready. She been ready. She was just waiting on that opportunity. But you made a commitment with us, and we're gonna walk you through it. Okay, and this is what it takes, guys.
Okay.
Number one, here's the steps. Y'all ready for the steps? Put a fire emoji in the chat if y'all are ready for the steps. Okay, we're gonna walk you through. Okay, how to some of the things that you guys are gonna need in order to see if you're getting a good deal. You ready? Okay. All right. Now, who has questions before we build this out for Dr. Carissa? Who has questions? Okay. For those of you who are in the listening lounge today, we're just having a realtor town hall. Okay. If you're a mortgage professional, real estate professional, shout out to the 28 people out of the 204 people who shared this space. Shout out to the 58 people that are here right now. Do me a favor, hit the clipboard down at the bottom, come on stage, bring your audience up here so you can help us grow this space. That's how you help us.
Anthony, I have a question for you.
I have an answer.
I know you do. Can you let the people know you reference a document that you're going to drop in the Facebook group, and that's the only place they can retrieve said document. And the link to the Facebook group is at the top of the screen where they can become a member right now by clicking it, joining the group, and being able to access that document. Can you repeat what that document is?
Yes. Okay. So I owe you guys the minutes document. This minutes document is critical for hiring your kids and putting them in your business to keep you out of the IRS once you buy your investment property. We also are going to talk about the 5 pillars of wealth that we discussed the other day in the room. The 5 pillars are real estate that prints money, a business corporate structure that protects your company and lowers your taxable income, the investment accounts and where to find them, publication 560 in the IRS code, and five, not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 funds that you can open up for your children to grow just outside of setting that up, life insurance to pay off all of the debt, and a trust that's going to help you guys protect all of it so your kids can inherit, your kids can benefit from that wealth formula. All of that is going to be in the Facebook group above my head. And for those of you who click and join, you'll be able to see me. I am real time right here on live, and you guys can see my face inside of my little studio here that my video people have set up. And you also can see Ian Jensen that's in the, he's a guest in the room right now. Ian, can you say what's up?
Hey everybody, can you hear me? Here, let me unmute on the computer too. Hopefully you're not getting too much echo. But hey everybody, let's go. Great, we're here to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and we're all out of bubble gum.
Yeah. I like that, man. So I'm gonna keep it rolling like a honey bun, man. Let's get back to the conversation. So you committed. You're gonna be a homeowner this year. Okay, that's all it takes. That's step 1. Okay, step 2 is going to be writing a plan. Okay, the plan is gonna keep you out of trouble because writing that business plan is gonna help you. It'll take a day. All you gotta do is fill in the blanks and the templates above my head to do it. Once you write your plan, then you're going to need to know, okay, what area that I'm going to buy a property in, location. All right. Now, after the location, let me give you one underwriting tool. Okay, Ian, Bruno, what's the first step that I need to know? How can I find comparable sales? What is some of the data that I need to know?
So size, year built, number of bedrooms and bathrooms. We can start there. And then zip code.
Okay, so let's run it back real quick. Size of the property. That means what's the square footage of the property? Number 1. Year built, because that's going to give me a comparable thing to compare properties. Bedrooms and bathroom count, because if I need to know what bedroom and bathroom counts are. All of this is statistical data. If you can add and subtract, it's easy. Okay. Zip code, hyper local to the area, because zip codes are pretty big. So if you're in San Diego, I want to get at least within a 15, 20 mile radius of, as close as possible to the property. So I could, because that's where the appraiser is going to pull comps, especially for tract homes. Okay. Now, how many of these do I need?
I'd say at least 3 to 6.
3. Okay. I only need 3. Why do I need 3?
Because that's what the appraisers are going to use.
Exactly. The appraisers are going to use 3. The first one is going to be, a comparison. The second one is going to be a quantity. And the third one is going to be an average. So let's just say these are the numbers I'm going to use. Let's just say that one property sold for $275. The other property sold for 230. The other property sold for 285. Now they're all similar. Now, the reason why you want to actually look at pictures and everything else when you're doing these comps is because you don't want to compare a property with a pool that one that doesn't have a pool. You don't want to compare a property that has a remodel kitchen with one that doesn't have a remodel kitchen. Okay, but that one will be used as a comp potentially. But the pool house, they're going to find properties that don't have a pool to use as comps. So here's the numbers. Okay, so let's just do these real time so you guys could understand this math. Okay, 275, 230, and 285. Can y'all put those numbers in the chat? And Ian, can you give me what the average is, please? So we're going to add all of those up. Okay. Ian is going to do the average, and then Bruno, you're going to do the actual, the potential rent. You got that, Bruno?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. And then I'll give you the math. Okay. So, all right. So, Ian, what is the average? 275, 230, and 285.
Hold on, I got it here in a second. So 275 plus 235 plus 285 equals 795 divided by 3. 265.
265. Okay, so I already know that 265 is going to be my average purchase price of this property, right? That's what properties have sold. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to find something that's lower than that, by 15 to 20% lower than that, okay? Distressed. I'm going to try to get that property probably like around maybe 30%, depending on the demand of the at the repair value. I'm going to try to get that property as low as possible. That way, when I buy that property, I'm already have equity pre-built in to possibly get me to the next step. So right now, what was the average? 265?
265.
Okay, so now that I know that comps have sold at 265, I kind of got a baseline of how I'm going to negotiate a deal. Okay, so now I know my acquisition. Okay, so next I'm going to find out what can the property rent for. Okay, I'm going to look that property up, look at like-kind properties, do the exact same analysis, and then I'm going to go. Bruno, are you ready for the numbers?
Yeah, I'm ready. So I'm ready as far as letting
No,
you
you
know
got it. Just follow
what the
me.
monthly payment.
Just follow me.
Okay.
Okay. So this property, one of them rent out for $2,100. So the other one rented out for $2,250, and then the other one rented out for $2,300. Okay. So $2,100 plus $2,250 plus $2,300. What do I have, Bruno?
250. What's the last number? 2250, and the last one was what?
2,300.
23 divided by 3. So you're looking at 2216. And then
Okay.
so 2,216, and then the mortgage payment on that would put you at about 2,300.
Okay. So now I know my numbers, right? So here's what I'm going to do now. All right. If I need to figure out, I figured out how much I could buy the property for. I figured out what the average rent for the property is, and I figured out what the average purchase price of the property. So now, if there's anything for rehab costs, now I'm going to break this down real quick because I want you guys to pick this up. Okay, what are the 6 most expensive things to fix in a house?
All right, big 6: roof, structure, heating, air, electrical, foundation, and the roof.
Plumbing, heating, air, electrical, foundation, and roof. Now, there's one other one called framing, but we're not going to get into that. That will be 7. But usually you're not doing framing unless you're doing a tear down build up. Okay. We're just giving this one example. Plumbing, heating, air, electrical, foundation, and roof. How would I find out what's wrong with the property? Sending a what there?
Inspector.
A home inspector. How many am I going to pick? I'm going to pick one. Then follow me with this. I'm breaking it all the way down. I sent a home inspector there. That's going to cost me maybe $250. Okay. I'm going to get 3 contractors to the property. Why do I need 3 contractors to go do an estimate of the property? And why would I want all of them to come at the same time? Come on, y'all. Y'all should be.
Keep them on their toes. So
Keep them on.
that way they write competitive offers.
Keep them on their toes. So I'm going to call up the 3. I'm going to say, hey, I have a property I want you guys to look at. Now, and I'm not going to tell them, I'm not. Everybody on stage, unmute your mic and say not.
Not.
I am not. I am not going to give. I am not going to give them the home inspection. Why don't I want to give the contractor the home inspection?
Otherwise, they're not gonna be thorough. They're just gonna go through it and give you whatever they want. You're gonna want to see who's actually got the attention to detail to see what's going on, and somebody who's not gonna make up stuff also.
Bingo. Okay. All right. So I'm not going to give them. I'm going to make all of them come at the same time, and I'm going to say, hey, I'd like to have an estimate by this date. Okay. Then once I get that estimate, I'm going to look at that home inspection and look at those 3 people. I'm setting a deadline. They know that I'm not a rookie because I got more than one contractor. They know that they're not going to be the only one that gets the deal because I have a bunch of people there. Okay, so they got to be on their toes. And then from there, I have my what it's going to cost for me to rehab the property. Now I already have my numbers. Now here's what I'm going to do. So what was the average? The 265 was the. Now I'll probably write an offer on that property for 225. Okay, so I'm gonna write an offer for 225 on that property. Okay, this is just an example. Okay, so what's the next step for the closing portion there, Ian? And then we're gonna reset the room. What's the closest? What do I need to do next? What do I need to make? How can I find out the percentage of the return on my money, my investment?
Oh, okay. So what you do, it's called the cap rate. All right. You take the net operating income, and then you divide by the purchase price. Okay, so that's when you ever hear people talk about cap rate. It's a really common term when it comes to people talking about investing. All right. So what it is the capitalization rate, which is like how much return are you getting on your money. So what was the gross rent, Tony?
What's the gross rent there, Bruno?
For the for the example, right, that we're talking about,
Yes.
it was 21 and some change.
A month or for the year?
It was 22,016. That's what it was. So
22.16 for the month.
All right.
Month rate.
Okay, so 22.16 for the month times 12 equals 26,592. That is our gross. That's before expenses. That's our gross net. All right, so excuse me, the gross profit. So what we're going to do is take that gross profit, divide by our purchase price. So we're going to say 235 is our purchase price. So, and that equals that is an 11% return on your money.
bingo. Okay. That right there is, ladies and gentlemen, is 90% of the 90% of getting a deal done. Okay. We just walked you through it real time on stage, figuring out how much you're going to purchase the property for, figuring out how much revenue it could generate over time. Okay. Figuring out how much the property is going to be for rehab. Okay. And then figure out what your monthly payment of the property if you financed it. Okay. That's it. After you figure out those things, you can back into everything else. But understanding the numbers, like we just did, the capitalization rate is a strategy that's very easy. Take all of the rent, add it up, okay, and then subtract 10%. Listen to me. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. Add your rent up and subtract 10%. Add the rent up and subtract 10%. Add the rent up and subtract 10%. Add the rent up and, oh, my bad. Why am I subtracting 10%?
You got to pay a property manager.
You got to pay a property manager, and then you want a little cushion so you're not getting all wild on your numbers. You want to go as conservative as possible. If it's said that you can get 2,100 and you get 2,300, you want to go with the 2,100 to do your numbers so you have a little bit of wiggle room. Okay. So I'm going to add the rent up, subtract 10%, and take that number and divide by what I purchased the property for. That's going to give me 11% return. If I get a little squeaky when I don't get, if my cap rate is now commercial real estate is different because that's evaluated on how much it could, but I like to stay conservative and use that. I'll do a 8-9%, but I need to see upward mobility where you never want to underwrite a property on, you want to underwrite a property on what it's doing right now. Okay. Because everything else is speculative. Okay. So now, unless you're doing the after repair value and you see properties that are out there, they're generating that type of money, but you always want to go conservative. Does anybody have any questions on what we just did and how we broke that down?
Are you saying add the rate up or the rent?
Add the rent up.
Rent up. Yeah.
Add the rent up.
He's kind of country. You can't really tell.
Oh man, see there, y'all talking about my country twang. I am from Atlanta, Georgia. Yes. Okay, so that's a good example. But guess what? You don't have to do any of that because we'll do it with you. So, guys, some of y'all have a puzzle box and you just won't dump the pieces out and put it together. You have myself, Emily, Courtney, Hannah, Alusia, Ashley, Ishman, Diane, April, Jake, Steven, Bruno, Juin. We have these people. The best way to invest in real estate is to do it with people. That way you have, number one, set a date. Number two, create a plan. Number three, know how to underwrite. Number four, all of that is free. Number four, getting with a person that's going to help you through a deal. Number five, get your financing in place. Number six, throw some offers out there and see what you can get. And then after you close your deal, you make what? Something with an A. Adjustments. So you can do it again. Okay. So anybody have any questions about that strategy that we just showed them and how easy this stuff is? Okay. If y'all are on the Facebook group, you'll see that I am here, right here. Y'all can see me. I'm not reading anything. Okay. This is off the dome. You know why? Because I messed it up. So what we're here to do is encourage you guys. If you want to get a piece of real estate, you have to get in the game and believe in the seed. Plant the seed. If you're walking around with the seed in your head, you can't get fruit. That fruit is the money that's going to make you pass the test of having more what? Experience to pass the test to more what? Real estate. Okay. Let me reset the room, guys. This is the final reset. You are in the Realtor MLO Town Hall meeting today. We're going to change that link at the top and tell you about 10X Vets, guys. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to post a link about the our YouTube channel where you can get this stuff live and in color. Myself, Bruno, Ian, Sierra, and all of my friends. We're going to show you negotiation tactics to help you win. And we would like for you guys, we're almost at the monetization schedule for our YouTube channel. Can y'all change the link out and put the YouTube channel up there? We're going to open this up for questioning. If you guys enjoyed the conversation, put a 1 in the chat right now because we're going to continue to cook for this last 30 minutes or so. And we're going to allow the mic to be open for anyone to answer any questions. YouTube channel, post it at the top, and we will go through underwriting scenarios, real-time, commercial and residential, for you guys to click on there and go through it. We'll explain amortization schedule. We'll explain underwriting properties. We'll explain commercial real estate, single family homes, and how to underwrite the difference. And then we'll give you all of the paperwork that you guys are going to need to keep you out of court with these contractors. Okay. If you want that, the link is above my head. Click the link, subscribe to the YouTube channel to help us grow because we're doing it for frizzy. Okay. Any questions on stage right now for anyone? The mic is open. Any questions?
Excuse me. What does frizzy mean?
That is the Anglo-Saxon way of saying free, my friend. I'm joking. That means free. Okay. And Ian and I, we're very, very good friends, guys. We go way, way back. And Ian, how many properties do you have? How many doors do you have right now?
All right, everybody. Yeah. So, just following the tips and tricks that are given out to you guys on stage, I was able to knock down. I got 9 doors here within the last 4 years.
9 doors, guys. So
4 years.
anything is possible. And he's made a lot of mistakes, but he's learned along the way. Just because, Carissa, I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna make some errors. Okay, it's gonna happen. Okay, but you can't be afraid not to. You got to accept the challenge of making errors, and for the opportunity to give you the experience that you need, so you don't make the same mistakes on your second, third, and fourth one. But then you got checks and balances like us. We'll help you get there. Okay. All right. We want you to come back on here and say, I got multiple properties, not just one. And it, but it does take a little bit of courage to get there. It's going to accept for you to believe in what you've learned so far. Okay. And help you get good deals. All right. Okay. Tax deed. What's up, brother? Tell the people who you are and what you do.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Tax D Wolf here, Joseph, joining y'all from Central Florida. Specialize in tax sale. Y'all use this method. Retired nurse, y'all, Army veteran, and using this method, I was able to literally leave nursing at age 29. So I get properties when people don't pay their property taxes, get houses for as little as $3,000, flip them, do all sorts of cool things with them. Currently on door number 34. So just really out here killing the game. And tapping in the same reason y'all are here to get more and more value, not letting what I do know stop me from learning what I don't know. So just in here to support the room and continue to grow with all of y'all.
Man, now see, y'all, you know how he slid that 34 in there. Okay. I love it. Listen, man, I like when people come on and they talk about these things because I think it's essential for us to get to anybody can do this stuff, man. Like you have to activate yourself in order to make the money to invest in these pension plans. Okay. Your money's not going to grow if you're not believing. It's just going to, you go there, it's going to be volatile to the market. But one thing that you can do is that, you learn by making mistakes, but you don't learn by not doing anything. Okay. So get your butt in the game, get out there, shoot the ball. And a lot of y'all are eagles in a cage. You put yourself there. You believe you're designed to fly, but you're not flying because you got yourself in this box that you put yourself in, but you got the key around your talon to get out. So unlock your potential by getting out here and diversifying yourself and getting more property so that property prints money infinitely. I always showed an example of my daughter's property that I bought for her at 3. By the time she's 19, that property gives her $1,650. That property value is going to go up, and that will print approximately almost $700,000 for her at 19 years old. Okay, so anything is possible. Okay, and there's people that sell houses right now that you can get, like Tax D said, $3,000-$4,000 a year. He's buying properties, right? We'll go buy, a Gucci bag, for $5,000 when that could be a down payment on a piece of real estate that's going to print 10 Gucci bags for you. Okay, so just thinking outside of the box, and talking about these things. I love conversations like this because I think they're important. Who cracked their mic? Somebody want to add something?
Here, I'm going to touch on something real quick. Sorry, but Sierra, who said this one day, she's like, I want a house for every bill I have. And I took real heed to that one. That was a good way of saying it because it's true. Like one of the properties I own pays for my car, and another one of the properties I own pays for my mortgage. So boom, right there, And so then everything else after that, you know what I mean? I get to reinvest all the other stuff involved. So, I mean, don't sleep on this, y'all. When you start changing the way you look at all these different opportunities, it can really make a big difference in you. Back to you guys.
Outstanding. Does anybody have any questions on stage?
Well, I'd love to add one more thing in reference to inaction. what I found for myself and also the people I work with in the real estate space, inaction costs you money, it costs you time. And just look at the examples we've gone through today. A house that was worth 455 in 2019 is now 720. That's a huge equity gain. There's so much that's gained, but if you stay frozen, man, it it holds you back from where everyone else is going. So I just offer that.
Now, I want to pick on Hannah real quick. Okay. Now, watch this, guys. Do y'all want to hear something real right now? A real scenario that I went through this weekend. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to know a real scenario. Okay. Now, Hannah, let's just I want you to be fully transparent right now. Okay. Hannah, we had a conversation this weekend, and I want you to tell them what you experienced by our dialogue.
Well, brother, I would just say,
Yeah, come on, tell them.
I'm speechless right here for the simple reason that there's so many things that we hesitate on in life. And you said to me, Hannah, quit hesitating, take action. And by Monday morning, I had joined 10x Vets. I joined the team because I knew that it was a smart move, both for myself to continue to educate others, be part of something really cool, and be part of something bigger than myself. Because the people that hesitate, they're frozen. They're frozen where they are. They don't have that room to expand. And this is happening across our industry, but it's just happening in the life of veterans and the life of people. So yeah, my own example of hesitation will really hold you back.
Yeah, and the reason why I asked her this real time is because, okay, I think that our first conversation where we talked on the phone, that was Friday, right, or Saturday?
Friday, Saturday, something like that. Yeah.
Okay, and then Hannah called me back the next day and told me what she said. Tell them the truth now. You said, I think.
Well, the truth is, I'm out. I'm out. Nope, not going to move forward. But it's stepping over that line into something different. It goes exactly to buying real estate. Just like Clarissa was saying, it feels risky, but once you do it, you get that immediate benefit.
And this is what happened, okay? So I'll share this with you, okay? When she called me and told me that she wanted to stay where she was at, I straight up made her uncomfortable. I said, "Well, if you're comfortable where you're at, you don't want to change." And you know what I also said? Look, there are no second chances. Sometimes you have to make a decision, right? And now that she's here, she sees the value in what we're doing. If you don't see the value in the change that you need to make and what that value is going to provide for you in the future, right? Then and I'm guilty of it myself, guys. Look, all right. I have not been feeling well, man. And guess what? I have not been to the gym. Usually I'm running every day. I do something active every day. And right now Ian and I, along with Sierra, we've been building out some content that we needed to get done, and to get to Grant, right? And it's a timeline on it. And, it's very, very stressful. Okay. But I know that I need to get it done. So I sacrificed my working out, knowing damn well I could have got up earlier and went to the gym, right? The only shot that you are going to miss is the one that you don't take, okay? You don't know if you're going to make it. That's a measuring rod that you're going to see, like, okay, I know that I need to get real estate. I know that I need to work out. I know that I need to do these things. I know. Okay? You need to change that know that I will. I will work out. I will go to the gym. I will read. I will have my first investment property. I will manifest that deal with Grant and Elena Cardone. I will manifest winning real estate to be one of the best known companies out here for veterans and spouses, which leads to 21 million veteran opportunity for all of you guys to reach out to. So I want to encourage you guys, every last one of you have the opportunity to do whatever you want, but you cannot do it on the bench. You got to get in the game and take the shot, guys. You have to take the shot because you don't know if you will make it or not. But if you miss it, guess what? You got to keep shooting at that basket until you only need to make one. You make one leads to two leads to 10 leads to 20. Then now you got it. Okay. So Hannah, thank you for sharing that personal scenario because, you know, we all hesitate, right? But change is necessary. Your change needs your wanting to change needs to be way more powerful than your resistance to change. Okay? And it goes back to, who are you changing for? Who am I doing this for? Why do I need to change? Okay? It's deeper than mindset. Okay. A lot of you are in here right now because you know you need to make a change. There's 70 people that are here right now, you know, beyond a reasonable doubt. So let's see how committed you guys are to your change. What is one thing that you're brave enough to do, to commit to? What and who are you willing to lose in order to win? Let me say that again. Y'all can clip this. What are you willing to lose and lose? This could be what or who are you willing to lose in order for you to win? You're going to have to lose something or someone in order for you to win something. Now, I'm asking y'all straight up, what are you willing to lose in order to win? Is it time? Is it a relationship? Is it a friendship? Is it sleep? What are you willing to sacrifice right now, today, to put on a chopping board with that hacksaw in order for you to gain? You cannot gain anything unless you're willing to sacrifice something. Okay? You cannot win unless you're winning to lose. You got to lose something. Who has a question? Who has value to add? I know y'all like it. If you're about to throw up, good. If you feel uncomfortable, good. Because losing feels uncomfortable. Okay? You need to shed something in order to grow something. That's why when you cut a tree, it grows back stronger. That's why when you work out and your muscles get sore, because they're rebuilding themselves to get stronger. Nothing in life comes from not losing something. Not a damn thing. Okay? It's going to take for you to lose something. Time, relationships, sleep, anything. You're going to have to do something in order to gain something. What is it? Put it in the chat. Let's put it on the chopping board. That chat right now, visualize the chat right now. That is going to be your chopping board. And then you got that big Ginsu knife that you got off of, watching Netflix. Okay. You got to chop it, put it on the chopping board. All right. What are you willing to lose to gain? I want to know. Put it in the chat right now. Who has questions? Who has questions? Time and sleep. Okay. Let's do it. Okay. All right. Well, who else? Who has questions or value to add to the conversation? The mic is open.
Can you repeat the part where you were talking about adding up the rents, everything you put in?
Okay. Can we repeat the part that adding up the doors? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I think that's what you were saying.
She's talking about when you said add up the rents and divide by 3, or she might be talking about adding up the rents and subtracting 10%. She said adding up the rents.
Okay, so the reason why we take 3 is because we don't just want to go off one. We want to go off an average, right? So you add up the rent, okay, and then each property has their own individual rent. So if 1234 Elm Street, 1236 Elm Street, 1238 Elm Street has a rent of different, I'm going to add them up and then divide by 3 and subtract 10%. The reason why I subtract 10% from that monthly rent is that's going to give me a little bit of wiggle room for a property manager and some expenses. 8% for the property manager and 2% for any incidentals that might come up each month. And then I'm going to add that up, multiply that times 12 because each month rent comes in, and then I'm going to divide by my purchase price, and that's going to give me what percentage I'm going to get on my return. Okay, so pick 3 references, add them up, divide by 3, subtract 10% from that number, take that number, multiply it times 12 months, okay, and then divide by the purchase price. That will give you an average. Okay, did I answer your question?
Yeah.
Outstanding. Last and final reset, man. Phenomenal room. 57 people here right now. 240 there. Okay, we're gonna change this link out, guys. Subscribe to the YouTube channel right now and put a done in the chat if you've already subscribed to the YouTube channel. I want to see who is wanting to support this game that we gave today. The last and final thing is we're gonna talk about how you guys could get involved in 10X Vets. Okay. All right. So 10X Vets. Who wants to explain it? Ian, Sierra, Bruno, Juan. Who wants to explain 10X Vets?
There, I got it. So, 10X Vets, everybody. All right, for those of you who have not heard about it yet, all right, so this is our new joint venture with Grant and Elena Cardone, or partnership, rather. All right, so this is the service that we're going to be providing. Like, Grant and Elena really wanted to get into and support the veteran community with their message. So that is going to be our point and place of duty for the next foreseeable future. All right, so what we're going to be providing for them is like 4 things. All right, we have the VA loan masterclass. So the thing that you get access to for free all the time is about to go away. All right, so we are about to be giving this class on a much larger scale, so that way everybody can get a hold of this thing. Now, to be honest, I don't know about the masterclass. That one's probably going to stick around, so you're in good shape. But we got a couple other things happening here that are really going to add a lot of value to everybody, not just the veteran community. We're going to be teaching people how to buy and build, how to buy businesses. So if you are part of if you want to buy a company, let's face it, all the baby boomers who are owning companies right now are about to retire, or they want to retire. So either Uncle Jeff is just going to close his pizza shop, or you could get up to him and you both win something. He gets a little bit of money for the business he created, and you get to walk into an already established brand, stuff like that. So we're going to teach people how to buy businesses. And then once you buy a business, we're going to teach everybody how to build a better business. So how to scale that business once you get a hold of it and you get things under control. So how to buy a business, how to build a business, VA loan masterclass, and last but certainly not the least here, this is going to be one of the biggest things that we offer, is we are going to be offering out a way of developing the veteran spouse. So a lot of times the veteran spouse gets kind of left behind while the vet's out there, kicking down doors and squashing gremlins. So we got to make sure that they get every opportunity to rebuild their career after they're done taking care of their families and been watching the house, right? So, I mean, I'm not trying to be demeaning or anything like that. I'm just talking wave tops here, folks. So we're going to give everybody an opportunity to get their careers back on track. And we're going to really dive down deep into the spouse professional development. So hopefully they can get involved in the buying and building businesses as well. And then hopefully, we can get them all into real estate again. So this is a whole big happy family that we're going to be working hard to make sure that we support the veteran family holistically, whether it be children, spouses, veterans, we're all in the same fight together. So let's work it out. Follow us on YouTube and stay tuned for the 10X Vets movement. We're about to go big. Thank y'all.
Okay, and for those of you who don't know this event, we have one that's going to be October 14th out here in San Diego. Okay, we're going to post the link up top. Okay, 10xvets.org is the website. Can y'all change that link out? Okay, let's see here. 10xvets.org. Okay, so I just put it in the chat for those of you. This is official, y'all. So essentially what we will do, if you're a realtor and you're looking to get more business and you want to come to this event, you guys can come and hang out. Okay, number 1, we're going to do the VA Loan Masterclass, buying or building a business, and personal professional development for military spouses. Grant and Elena have approximately 300,000 veterans in their community out of the 6 million people that they have in their CRM. Okay, and then basically what we're going to be doing is that we will be advocating for veteran home ownership. Now, if you're a realtor, you do need to get qualified for that. If you're not a veteran, you still can partner with us by helping us build this brand. Okay, if you hit that link, come out to the event. We'll tell you how you guys can become a brand ambassador with us. That is a certification that you have to have in order to get the business from us. Now, if you're a realtor and you're looking to build your business around veterans and help veterans buy property, there's 21 million veterans and military spouses out here. You can do that by interconnecting with us. And then we will qualify that lead from our events. We have We haven't even started the marketing yet, and we already have approximately 200 people signed up for this event. The link is above my head. It should be. Is it up there? I still see the SITREP YouTube guys. Have y'all posted 10xvets.org? Okay. That link will be changed out by the moderators, and you guys could actually register for that event taking place in October in sunny Southern California. It is free. There is a VIP component to it, to where you guys can come out there and then have one-on-one conversation with our staff, a Q&A for the VIP, and then also we have some documentation on that we're going to be giving you guys about how to invest with a veteran. Okay. And yes, that's the veteran wealth formula. If you click above my head, you'll be able to see that. Okay. And then you guys could get interconnected with that. And you'll see my nice, shiny ball head looking like a milk dud on there with Grant and Elena Cardone for the landing page. So this is not a licensee situation. This is actually a partnership where they've seen the value in what we're doing, and they want to, they really, really, really love veterans. You know, they really want to help veterans. So you're doing a couple of things. You're helping them invest in real estate, personal professional development for military spouses and support, and then also how to partner with a veteran if you're a non-veteran with the VA home loan benefit. So everybody in here that is not a vet, you can buy a property with a veteran and take advantage of the 210 days after your purchase to get a cash out refinance to invest in other deals, low interest rates, no minimum credit score, and no maximum loan amount. And you can buy up to 1 to 4 dwelling units with a 5th unit on there. So you could buy a multi-unit with zero money down with the VA home loan benefit. And guess what? All of you guys can partner with that. Any questions about the 10X vets? Any questions?
Yeah, Anthony, how I get down with
Oh,
10X
Stack.
Vets?
What up, Stack? Man, y'all let Stack back up in the building.
How do I get down? How I get down with the team, man?
Man, Stack Pack, you already know you are the team, brother. Okay. Shout out to Stack Pack. Now listen, I want to say this before we close out this space, guys. Listen. You guys gotta interconnect with these people, man. Listen, Stack Pack helped me get published. He helped me get he made me shake up my social media stuff. He put that gasoline behind me getting posting and getting on social media, which led to me getting more recognition on the app. Right now, last week I sent out 6 referrals. Six. Okay. Bruno, did you get a referral from me?
Yeah, of course.
Sierra, did you get one? Ian, did you get one? Okay. This
Yes,
is
sir.
this is coming from my social media following, right? So now, since I'm on a routine to post on social media, right? And for those of you who are not asking questions, you had an opportunity for 248 people to know you today. But you're not going to grow your business being a secret professional. So are there any questions before we shut down this space? Stack Pack, let the people know how to connect with you real quick.
I appreciate you, Anthony. Look, first of all, 10X Vets, we going in, everybody in here, right? The town hall, all the value. Throw some fire emojis in the chat before I get up out of here. Please put some fire emojis in the chat if you enjoyed Anthony's room. You guys got some value. You guys are, picking up the gems and implementing. This is what it's all about. You come in here, you implement the gems. You don't slack. You come through, you support, and you implement. That's what the rooms are about. So I just want you guys to fire it up in there if you enjoyed it. And if you guys want to connect with me on any different social media platform, just go to bookstack.com on the calendar. I help you guys level up on social media platforms, media outlets, billboards, whatever you guys are looking for. And, brand ambassador deals if you guys are looking for that too. So, Anthony, I appreciate you, bro. Keep doing your thing. To the sky, to the moon, to the rocket. Big Stack Pack. Let go.
Man, I love that energy, man, because when I'm turned down, he turns me up, Jack. Let's turn up. So I think Tax D, you had a question?
Hey, yeah, real quick. If I'm in the ambassador program, do I need to get this VIP ticket too?
I actually I highly suggest that you if I were you, if you see the link at the top, I highly suggest all of you guys, if you're coming to this event, let me tell you the way that this works, bro. So anytime Grant hosts an event or anything like that, the only reason why I'm gonna watch this, Bruno. Ian, what did he say about us in the clubhouse room of why we were able to get this deal? Because I did what?
You actually showed up.
I showed up. Okay. So what he does, he watched. What I did not know is that he watched me. Okay, he comped me these tickets, and he said that most people don't come. So I invested time to get there. Okay, and that's the reason why I got this partnership. So I highly suggest if you guys are coming to the event, the 10X event, the you're gonna get more if you invest a little $97 that they're asking for, okay, for this event, because usually there's a breakout, somebody will speak, or there'll be a guest visitor or something like that that the general population don't have. So I'm just telling you based off of my experience, but you're still gonna it's still gonna be a good event. You're still gonna be able to get all of the information real time, and seats are limited. Okay, so you guys are gonna start seeing all of the advertising on all of the social media platforms, and we only have space for 500 people for this event. So click the link above my head, get registered, get your ticket, and come on out. And we'll show you how you guys can become a partner to what we're doing. Okay. Did I answer your question, Tax Deed?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure you weren't gonna roll out. Hey, you get a free VIP ticket if you do the other the high ticket program. That's all. I just wanted to make sure.
No, man. It's just one or two. The VIP, they have a little special meeting with other people. Okay, I don't know who he's going to bring. That's why I'm not saying it, because we're not supposed to talk about this yet. But I'm proactive. I like to click. I like for people to get in and start marketing and advertising this thing before they start doing the stuff, because he is. He's in complementary to what we're doing, but I also want to show them that we can put in our own work as well. Okay. But free VA loan masterclass by me, yours truly. Veteran Wealth Formula on how to build build your stuff out, like completely going through A to Z on how to build your business around veterans, and then also personal professional development for military spouses. This event is in sunny Southern California, and we will be going nationally. So we'll be doing Texas, Florida. We'll be doing different locations, but we're starting in Cali, okay, San Diego, California, and a location will be posted by the end of the week on the location that we actually picked, so you guys can book your hotels around that event. Okay, great room. Really appreciate you guys pulling up. We are out of here. Phenomenal room. Make sure you follow myself, all of the moderators. Remember, Thursday, okay, we will be on here kicking it like a sensei, talking about more stuff. Okay, so make sure you follow the house by clicking the W with the red dot. Guys, any closing remarks for any of the moderators or any questions before we shut down?
I got one more thing to say after Hannah. Go ahead, Hannah.
Reminder to Tony, post all the links to the different things that you're going to post to the Facebook page. So those will be shared in terms of taxes, in terms of business plan, and some other cool links. That's all I got.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that reminder, Hannah. I will be posting that in the Facebook group. Guys, you can either win in real estate or you can lose on these other rooms. Let's get it. Troy, this is the event is in sunny Southern California, San Diego. Okay. Stack, did you have something? Anybody else have anything else to say?
Just one more thing. Don't ever let this information go over your head. When you come in this room, do not let the information go over your head. That's all, Anthony. I really want to stress that because you drop so many gems and so much value. Do not let it go over you guys' head. That's it. Let's go. Let's keep winning. 10X.
Outstanding, man. Hey, we will be here. Remember, Thursday we will have another hot topic. We'll probably do y'all put a 1 in the chat if you guys want us to, do a room on master the VA loan, or 2, you want us to do a room on building generational wealth for kids. Because I think we owe you guys a kids room too. But we'll probably start with the VA loan masterclass next Thursday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay, and then. And Clarissa, I'll put your how to pronounce your name, Clarissa, with an H. Okay, so make sure you guys continue to keep coming in here. And Dr. Clarissa, you're going to be a homeowner, okay? And you're going to come back in here and you're going to let everybody know that you won. Okay, all right. Let's get it, y'all. Have a great day, y'all. Great room, by the way. Click the link above my head.